Hey, welcome back everybody. Marco Gutierrez here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more about my rig, my camera rig for Red. I've changed a few things, and I think you're going to see that's going to make things a little bit easier for you if you have the Red Komodo. Right now I've been using the EF mount, and you know, because I got a few EF lenses that were a little bit more inexpensive instead of the RF lenses. But one of the other things I did modify was changing out these batteries. These are the original batteries that came with the Red. Yeah, these two Canon type batteries, they work okay. I feel they're a little bit more cumbersome and they don't last very long, where I can get a V-mount battery and get that going a little easier. So you guys have seen the video where I've already set up the Tilta rig on the Red, so I'm not going to really go over that, but I am going to show you how I go ahead and set everything up, including the monitor. I did buy myself a Portkeys, I think it's a 7-inch monitor. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll pull it out and we can talk about that in a second. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to remove these batteries. So let's take these off. Press the red button here. Boom, eject. Boom, eject, and we're good. We're going to take this new wooden camera on Ton Bauer. It's a V-mount. And so this is going to give us a chance to use a V-mount battery. We just pop it in one of these slots where the batteries were in. It locks in. You put in this little cable in our little DC in port here. Boom, that's it. Pretty easy, right? Now we're going to go ahead and bring in a PS099E V-mount battery, 99 watts from Newer, about $170. Pretty reasonable. This is just going to go ahead and slide in here, flick, and you're good to go. Okay, so we've got the battery set up, so you can see here now, there's a little green light that comes on as soon as you connect this. You can see it right there, I guess. Yep, so that tells you got power here to the Red. So we're going to go ahead and fire that up because, you know, Reds take a little bit longer to fire up than any other camera. You're just going to fire up a Red and start shooting. You really have to go through the process of letting the camera warm up and you know, also calibrating the camera. We're not going to calibrate today for the purposes of this video. So, you know, just stay along with me. Once again, this video is not sponsored by Red or any of these other products that you see in front of me. I'm just showing you how I make my setup easier for me to use. So one of the first things that I want to do to get set up is let's go ahead and get rid of this E-mount setup that I got here, and let's bring in a Canon lens. I got this, I just picked up a Canon R5, and I happened to make a deal with this guy for this 24 to 105 f4, and we're going to try it out here on the Red and connect this thing. And I know the camera's on, but I'm in the studio. It's all good. Take that off, put this on, RF mount, and I can tell you the autofocus on this thing is pretty damn reliable. It's pretty reliable, I can just tell you that. It's fast. If I point it right at the camera there, look, see that? I'm focused on the camera that's shooting me right now. That's pretty fast. Anyway, we've got that running, but now we want to go ahead and hook up the monitor and get all that worked out. So I've got this, and this is a Tilta handle. And I've got this monitor clip up here, and this is where my monitor is going to go. See that? Can you see that? You guys see that? So that goes right in here like this. We can tighten that down. I know these things take time, don't they? Anyway, got that in. Boom, goes in all the way. Lock that handle down. Now let's grab the Portkeys monitor. One of the things I like about this Portkeys monitor is that it's Wi-Fi. That means that I can control everything that the camera has to do on the monitor itself. And so you can set up the Komodo to do Wi-Fi with this monitor. And so this monitor just gets screwed in here pretty quickly. And that's it. You're ready to go. I mean, how fast is that? And so you got a rig that's pretty sturdy if you want to just use this. But I also happen to pick up this cool handle from Tilta. and it goes on this side over here of the camera. And so I've got that kind of as a setup, and that gives me a pretty sturdy base, and I've got the monitor mounted up. It's pretty good. What do you guys think? Cool looking rig? All right, so everybody knows the protocol about hooking up monitors and things like that, right? First of all, we're going to we're going to hook up the monitor with this power cable. This is going to go in the D-tap. There's the D-tap right here. On top, on the sides here, we got a D-tap mount. So we just put it, I like to put it in right here. And then I've got the back side here looking at me. I always forget there's two, one for follow focus and the other one here on the bottom. You just dial that in right there. Pull this back. And you go. Now the monitor has power. We're going to power up the monitor, right? Remember what we said about SDI cables, right? The SDI cable is the last one to connect and the first one to remove. If you can remember that, then you're good at using the red camera so you don't burn out the SDI port. Pop that in. Come back over on this side. We're good to go. And you can see there, I got feed to my monitor. Now, if I want to do the Wi-Fi kind of setup, if I want to do the Wi-Fi setup, I just hit here and I hit my device and I hit Komodo and I'll wait until the Komodo screen comes up. Not quite yet. When I got the f-stops and the shutter speed and the ISO set up right there, then my camera's connected. And here you go. So now you can see the Wi-Fi is connected to this monitor here, and you can see that we have the iris, which is at 6.3. The ISO is at, what is that, 800. The shutter angle is 180. And the frames per second is at 23.98. So that's it. Pretty cool little rig, easy to run around with, and super, super. Oh, one more thing. The touchscreen also works for focus. So now I've got all this set up, but there's one more thing that I picked up while I was filming. I realized that I needed some filters. And so I went ahead and picked up a set of Polar Pros. And this is the, I'm going to set this aside right now for here. But this is the Polar Pro base camp. Comes with about, I think it's 4, 5, 6 or 8 filters. Anyway, I've already got this set up because I've been shooting with it. And this is the last piece on my kit here. And it's got the 82 millimeter thread on it right now. I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, is a 77. Anyway, I've got these step down rings too that I bought and picked up, and we're gonna use these on various lenses, so you're never without. Okay, we're gonna pop this out here. I've got the 82 millimeter in here. We're gonna loosen that. Don't want to touch that. You don't want to touch the polarizer that's in that. And we'll go ahead and mount this up on the lens. Pretty easy to set up. Polar Pro makes a good product. Once again, I'm not paid by Polar Pro, not paid by Canon, not paid by Red, and not paid by Portkeys. This is just a setup that I use. I really like the products. Farther down the line, hopefully I'll get set up to where they can pay me to do these kind of things. But for now, I'm just an independent filmmaker, having fun down here in Costa Rica. So, got the matte box on. Boom, matte box is in. How's that rig? It's looking pretty beefy now, right? Let's open this up I got 4 stops of, I've got right now a 2 to 5 stop ND mist on the front, and then you go ahead and control that with this ring right here on the polarizer, and that reduces your stops. Anyway, great setup. I love this rig. I love the way it works. Stoked I got everything finally. It's been a while, you know, collecting all these things, well over a year. But I'm pretty stoked with all the products that I have. So give me a like on the video. Let me know what else you want me to cover. And I hope you've been enjoying the videos that I've been producing as of lately. We're probably going to be doing a video here shortly on the Sony a7S III and how I set that up to shoot video portraits. I think you guys all saw Emma's portrait video there, and hope you guys like it. I'll put a link down below so you can go and check that out. And then I'll also put a link up here that you guys can go and check out the original video I did to set this up for putting on the tilt-a-cage. All right, guys, peace. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.